Ines， 好，这个我们伊娜同学呢来跟各位介绍来法国。那么等一下一样，我会先请我们博雅组长来用英文呢来介绍一下，简单介绍一下这个 Ines。那么介绍完之后呢，再请各位同学呢掌声欢迎我们的 Ines， 好不好？啊，现在不是我先跟各位做说明这样子，好吗？好，那待会呢，各位呢，他简单的跟各位分享完他的国家法国之后，那么你们有什么问题呢？尽量跟他互动。可以了哈，那大家也注意一下我们在听演讲的一个礼仪。好，那比较晚进来的同学没关系，有位置你就可以坐，以看得到台上为原则，好不好？好，那再一次谢谢大家呢前来兴附讲堂来支持我们的外籍同学哈，也不错，席地而坐也可以，非常棒哈。好，那我先把麦克风呢就先交给我们这个博雅组长，那么由博雅组长用英文呢来正式介绍我们 Ines， 好不好？好来。
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining the short talk in the library. And today, Ines is the exchange student in our school, and she comes from France. So she's topic is all about France. So please pay attention to Ines, and let's welcome Ines from France and give him a big hug.
Hi everyone, I'm Ines, I'm from France, and today I will talk a little bit about my country, its history and the tradition and culture. So France is situated in the west of Europe and share borders with 8 countries and 1 maritime borders. And about his history a little bit, I will talk about important events that build France as of today. Okay. This? Okay. So I will talk about events that build France as of today. So the first king of France, it was Clovis I in 481, and he died in 511. And you can see here how France was, the kingdom of France was at his death. After Clovis I, there was 48 kings that sat on the throne until 1789, which was the French Revolution, and it is when France was not a monarchy anymore. So how it happened? After years of being poor and having more taxes, in 1789, Louis XVI needed more money, so he asked the taxes to get higher. But this led to protests, and this is how the French Revolution happened. During the French Revolution, new symbols were created, like La Marianne, which is a symbol of peace and liberty in France, and also the Phrygian cap, which was worn by the revolutionaries, and it also we can see in the painting that it is also worn by La Marianne. During the French Revolution, there were also methods as the guillotine, which were used to kill a lot of people, thousands of people, and it was only banned in 1977, which is really recent. There is also the Second World War. So I think for every European country, it's a very important event. And in France, what is the most important? It's when we lost to Germany in 1940, and the country was separated in 2 zones, the occupied zone and the free zone. So the free zone, I don't know if we can say it was a free zone because it was still under the occupation of German people. Like there was a lot of German soldiers. And finally, the Algeria War, which is, I think, one of the most important events in French history because it's really, really recent, and it's actually right now it's a big topic in France because there's still so many things to discover, and there is still no apologies. So about a little summary, Algeria wanted their independence because it was a colony of France. And this led to really violent battles and really horrible torture, rape, and it's still a sensitive topic. And even, for example, my grandfather who participated, he can't talk about it. So now I will talk a little bit about French culture. So France has 18 regions. There is the mainland, but also the departments outside of the mainlands, like Guyana or the New Caledonia. And each region is known for something. For example, we could see, here, this region is known for the French wine known internationally. Most of the wine that is created in France is created here. And there is also this part of France which is known for the castles, because there is like a long river with multiple castles from like the 16th to the 18th century. And there's also my region. So my region is situated in the southeast of France, next to the border of Italy. And we are known for our lavender fields and the perfume, but also there is like one event in my city, which is the lemon festival, because we are known for our lemon, the drinks, the food. And so each year there is a different theme, and we create figures out of oranges and lemon. In France, you probably know about Paris, the capital, but there is also other famous cities that are very popular during different time of the year. There is, for example, Marseille and Nice, which are very popular during the summer. And there is Bordeaux, of course, which is known for the wine because it's situated where the wine is made. There is also a mix of different monuments from different centuries. For example, the medieval century, like those medieval cities. And there's also like from the prehistoric era and some from the Enlightenment era, so the 18th century. There's also some really different kind of sceneries. For example, we have the field of lavender in my region, or the Mont Blanc, which is the highest mountain in Europe, and the Pila Dune is the highest dune of sand in Europe also. And there is this station of skiing which is in my region, Isola de Miel, and it's very popular during the winter, of course, yeah. Symbols of French culture. So France is known for their gastronomy, so we have the wine, the cheese, and the baguette. So some fun fact, France have 300 kinds of cheese, and there's also, per year, French people eat 10 billion baguettes, yeah. I will present to you some French specialities. So there is the cassoulet, which is sausages with white beans, duck, and pork. And there's also the bœuf bourguignon. I think it's like the most famous one, with beef, hot red wine, onions, mushroom, lardons, but it can depend on what you want to put inside. And about the dessert, there is the Paris-Brest, which was created for a cycling competition because it's in the form of a wheel. And so it's dough with almond cream and almonds. And my favorite dessert is millefeuille, which is like vanilla with cream and a layer of puff pastry. So you can change the flavor also in this, like you can put some coffee or chocolate. France is also known for their fashion, so there is like Louis Vuitton or Chanel, Dior, Yves Saint Laurent. And for their historical monuments, so for example the Eiffel Tower, the Museum of the Louvre, Notre Dame de Paris, and l'Arc de Triomphe, where is the Champs-Élysées, where is our national day. There is like some festival here. About the French music, it's maybe not as popular as the three other symbols of culture, but we still have some, I think, famous songs or famous artists. So Edith Piaf, which wrote La Vie en Rose, maybe you know, I don't know. And DJ Snake, which like collaborated with like some famous artists also. Now, I think I wanted to share to you some French words. So maybe anyone knows some French words here? No? Yeah, Enrique. Tell me. Bonjour, yes. Yeah. Vive la France. Yeah. Oui. Je vous aime. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So I wanted to share to you how to say hello, thank you, and goodbye. So hello is bonjour or salut. Can you repeat after me? Bonjour. Bonjour. And thank you, merci. Merci. And goodbye, au revoir. Thank you for listening to my speech. Merci. Au revoir.
好，那么我们再次掌声谢谢我们 Ines 好不好？那么现场的同学呢，刚才在这个小小的一个课程当中，有跟 Ines 一点互动。那我们现在邀请说，我们同学有什么想要对他更多的了解啊，对法国想要更多认识的，也可以趁这个机会，好来。这么爱拿麦克风？哎有，来吧。
I really like your presentation. So first of all, I have a quick question. Like, I see you didn't put croissant in your little presentation. I thought it was a very important element of the French culture. Is it?
Oh yeah, we don't buy it every day, but most of people just go to the bakery and buy croissant in the morning. Yeah, it's important.
Oh,
Yeah.
so how do you pronounce it?
Croissant.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I really had to get that out of my mind. Thank you very much.
好，来再开放一下，有没有谁要问问题？但记得礼貌哦。好来。
Okay, I have asked a question. So, I heard that in France, the French school, if they teach second language, they won't choose English instead of Spanish or German. Is that true? So.
Yeah, it's like we have two languages to learn. So we have first language is English, and then you can choose between German, Italian, and Spanish. And then you can have options like Russian and Chinese. This is what I took.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of language.
来，还没有 any question？ 来，大家不要客气啊，有什么问题要问的？想要。
Oh my god. No.
You talked about the Algerian war, right? Was it an official war? Or more like a conflict, an official conflict?
It's like, actually, the term war it took very long to put it as a war, because first it was really like a conflict, but now it's different from the point of view, because in Algeria you wouldn't like call it a war, but in France you would call it a war.
Okay,
Like, yeah.
thank you.
Ines 在法国学了6年中文，所以大家可以跟他交流一下。
Oh my god.
有任何问题吗 ？Yes.
Hi, I'm the next host family from for Ines. Okay, just want to ask you one question. My daughter is in province right now, right? She told me that every boy and girl wear perfume. Is that correct? Is that true?
I mean, I wear perfume. So
Okay.
so
Since when?
Since when?
Yeah, from you.
7th grade, 8th grade, maybe.
7 or 8,
yeah.
right? Oh,
It's
so
like everyone put perfume.
everyone, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to wear some like the perfume from the real brand name? No.
Oh no.
Or
no.
not actually.
When
not
I was
necessary.
little, it was like very. It was not some brand. It was very cheap. It's not important. No, no.
Okay, thank you very much. 我们一定可以闻到每天都很香香的，从 Ines 身上，对不对？他们从那么小就开始有擦香水。Thank you very much. Thank you.
you. 没有问题。
那没有的话，我们再一次掌声谢谢 Ines 好不好？
谢谢。
那在这边呢，我们要拍大合照很困难哈，所以我刚才已经用全景把各位都拍下了，但是也有同学在后面没有拍到，没有关系。那么紧接着下来呢，我们要请校长呢来颁发这个感谢状给我们这个 Ines。
Thank you. You'll get them.
那我们是不是也邀请轰妈还有我们那个老师一起来，好不好？秀老师，对对对。好，那么今天谢谢大家哈。那不过呢，我发现上次 Robert 在跟各位分享的时候呢，大家好像蛮喜欢结束之后跟 Robert 个别的一个拍照。那我想是不是你们也是希望有一点这个时间？好，那如果有的话，等一下拍照前各位务必要安静，因为这也是图书馆。那现在这个时间还在午休时间，好吗？那同时呢，毕竟 Ines 是女孩子哈，你们要尊重她哦，要问她可不可以哦，好不好？不可以像上次对 Robert 这么样的一个直接哦。可以吗？好，各位的热情我们还是要注意一下哈。好，那我们今天的这个幸福讲堂就到这边，谢谢大家。